The first sign something was wrong was the number. 7. 7 blocked calls. 7 empty emails. 7 strangers staring at me for just a little too long. Then, on Friday, an envelope appeared. No return address, just my name typed on the front. Inside was a black card: you have been chosen for the 7th gathering. Saturday, 8 p.m. Come alone. I almost threw it away. Instead, when Saturday came, I got in my car and drove to the address. At 7:34 p.m., after arguing with myself for almost an hour, I grabbed my keys and drove out. The address led to an old house sitting alone at the end of a dead road. Empty fields stretched in every direction. No nearby homes, no sounds except wind moving through dry grass. Only one thing looked strange. There were 6 cars parked outside. I counted twice. 6. Before I could decide to leave, the front door slowly opened. A man wearing a gray suit stood waiting as if he'd been expecting me. He smiled politely. "Welcome," he said. Then his eyes locked onto mine. "You're the 7th." His voice sounded rehearsed. The interior looked normal but strangely outdated. Dark wood walls, heavy curtains, no clocks. 6 other people sat in the living room. 3 men, 3 women. Nobody looked comfortable. A woman around my age asked if I knew what this was. I said no. She nodded slowly. Me neither. The suited man entered carrying a wooden box. He stood in front of us. "Thank you all for attending the 7th gathering." Nobody laughed. He opened the box. Inside were 7 folded papers. Each participant will take one. People exchanged uncertain looks. Eventually, everyone grabbed one. Mine said, "Remain silent." Others unfolded theirs and looked confused. The man smiled. "The rules are simple. Follow your instruction until midnight." Someone stood up immediately. "What is this?" The man looked at him. "Your instruction?" The guy hesitated, then quietly sat back down. Nobody spoke after that. A strange tension filled the room. I looked around. One woman kept her eyes closed. Another stood facing the wall. A man repeatedly tapped his knee. Everyone was following something. My rule was easy. Remain silent. Minutes passed. Then an hour. Nobody broke character. At around 9:30, the lights flickered. The suited man returned. He carried another box. "Excellent," he said. 6 remain. My stomach dropped. There were still 7 of us. I counted twice. 7. The woman beside me must have realized too, because her eyes widened. But she stayed silent. The man looked disappointed. He walked toward one of the participants, an older guy standing near the bookshelf. Without warning, the suited man whispered something in his ear. The guy immediately screamed, then covered his mouth. Too late. The suited man smiled. "You broke your instruction." A door creaked open. I hadn't noticed that door before. Something stood there, tall, too tall. Its head brushed the frame. Its face looked wrong, like someone tried drawing a human from memory. The older man ran. The thing moved instantly, no footsteps, just gone. The scream lasted maybe 3 seconds. Then silence. Nobody moved. Then I noticed something. The woman beside me had tears running down her face. Her instruction. One man turned around after being told not to. Gone, no blood, no noise, just absence. By 11:55 p.m. there were only 2 people left, me and the woman beside me. The suited man returned, one last time. He smiled. Final instruction. He handed each of us a card. Mine read, "Tell the truth." The woman read hers and started crying. The man asked her, "Did you bring someone with you?" She stared silently. Again, "Did you bring someone?" She shook her head. The suited man looked disappointed, then asked me. I remembered the only rule, "Tell the truth." Then I looked outside. There was a 7th car, parked behind mine. Someone sat in the driver's seat. It looked exactly like me. I whispered yes. The suited man smiled. The lights went out. When they returned, I was outside. The house was empty. No cars. No people. That was 8 months ago. Last week, another envelope arrived. Inside was a black card. One sentence: "Thank you for attending. You may now invite 6 others."